Hello one and all, this is your lovely host Acularius, and as always, like, favorite, subscribe to see the channel grow. Now, in light of recent news, if you've lived under a rock, you might not have heard, but YouTube's changed its rules yet again. So this in regards of the monetization of channels. And it's a definitive and coming up. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now I did the math. And 4,000 hours of watch time is about 240,000. No, 240,000 minutes of watch time. Now, looking at my data, I go back all the way to a whopping March 2017. I have, because I'm lazy, I didn't go all the way back to January. I easily topped that at like 580,000 minutes. So I was well on my way to getting 3 times the numbers, definitely in light of the recent watch time. Thank you, Germany. You have always been adamant watchers. Same with the Americans. You guys are great. You guys deserve shoutouts. Yeah, so we were well on our way to tripling that requirement, but it's an and. So the fact that my channel gets most of its views from non-subscribers, sorry, phone, doesn't really benefit under the new system. That being said, like, the channel's not dead, but it does, you know, bring it back, some decisions back to the fore. So because I'm busy, because I have life, it's not like I live off of this, I'm going to be treating this as a pure hobby again. Definitely, since, you know, I can no longer watch the numbers grow over time because I'll be demonetized as of, what, February 20th? Yeah, February 20th, if I remember the email correctly. So content will be lowered. I might get an episode once a week. They are an hour long, so you have like a week to get through it if you so desire, but I'm in no rush. I'm also looking for other platforms. Now, it's been suggested to me on like Twitter to take a look at Vimeo and maybe DTube. I haven't looked at them at all, so keep that in mind. But like, as it stands, why should I support a platform that gave me the shaft, essentially? Like, definitely when you follow along. I'll get into a rant in the future of this episode. And if I do get other platforms, even if I don't, YouTube will get the videos now a week after I stream, so it's not going to be right away or the day after, like I typically do. So one, that's easier on me. Two, like, I can be more lazy about it. It is a hobby now again. I have no desire to put undue effort. Like, I'm not making anything, so why like, I made more money working my part-time job while going to college, so there's that. I have renewed interest in Twitch again. I think I'm like one away to apply for the affiliate status for followers, so I'm gonna be looking into that. Well, I do plan to continue working on that, but I'm not even gonna consider YouTube as a platform anymore in regards to streaming. It's just, there's faith, and it just completely decided to say, yeah, you know about that, bye. Downside of all this is I typically support indie games based off of my YouTube revenue. So if I've had to pull back all my donations. Like, they weren't much, but you know, there are little bits that help out the small guy as well. You know, that's how I supported Amir, and Amir has, you know, paid me back too. So I've been like supporting them slowly over time. I've had to pull that back as of yesterday due to these recent changes, so I'm not very happy about that. Because Amir's in a great game. It's just a damn shame. So, moving on to my rant, like, what's my take on this whole thing? On all this? Well, since I'm going to be demonetized, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to swear like a sailor. Usually I've been trying to hold back maybe 1 or 2 swear words an episode, but fuck it. So to me, it seems like a deflection. I'm not like totally up to date on all the news, but when I follow it, it seems like they have a hard time enforcing their own guideline community rules on bigger channels. And to compensate and to show that they're taking action for their ad revenue, where they get it from, to the corporations that give them this ad revenue, they have to look like they're taking action. So I really think these rules are a deflection of the issue. Like, it's not going to solve anything. So, and it's probably solving a small issue. I'm not as aware of it, mostly because I don't really care on that side of YouTube. I typically like watching Let's Plays. It's something nice to, enjoy while I'm doing work. So this feels like a dick move. So yeah, it just comes down to because of these changes, it's gonna be a hobby again. It's gonna be a lot less effort in trying to get things out and looking nice on YouTube. Like, I'll make sure that the playlists look nice, but I'll probably stop doing thumbnails at all. I was thinking about getting some image editing software and practicing around with that to make some better looking thumbnails, but right now it's like, well, if this is how they reward professionalism, why should I care? And two, like, I don't even know, because they were very vague about it, by the way. They're taking away a lot of, like, monetized support, and I'm not entirely sure if thumbnails are part of monetized support, so probably not, I'm gonna say, but who knows? I'll have to see what happens when February 20th rolls around. And going back to the social media scene, when you look at it, you see a lot of big YouTubers are like, oh, this is not a problem, this would be good for the little guy. I'm like, yep, sure feels nice looking down on us from that ivory tower you have there. Yes, I know it probably took you a while to get up there, but that doesn't, remove you from the situation. So I've kind of I've cut down my subscriptions because I'm already not going to be using YouTube as much as I used to before, and I will stay around because I do love a couple of great channels on here, like The Great War. I do like the energy Quill brings to the scene, so I'm sticking around for a bunch of channels like that, but I've cut down that list. Like, it went from, I was, probably not as many as some people, I went down from like 200 subscriptions to like 10, so I was like, yeah, no, not going to be spending as much time on here now, so goodbye. And you guys will probably do something similar. You guys, I know a lot of people enjoyed me for the M&T series, and I was going to start a new series on that. In fact, if you see the background, I'm working on a submod for that, based off of 666 Alexander 666 coastal and inland trade nodes, which is really got me liking M&T again. So this is essentially end of the rant, but one last word of the day is it's hard to describe someone who keeps moving, it's hard to support a platform that keeps moving the goalpost. Definitely, since they have no plan for these goalposts, they just move them based on because they can, and it looks like they're taking action. So, before they raise it to 2,000 subscribers, just to give you an idea what I'm working on, and this is just a little treat. This is the inland coastal nodes, like Novocaine. Pretty much just moved it along. He did help create this. So right now I'm working on trade node connections, and due to the new map projection, a lot of trade node placement. Not that great. So, slowly, that's not so bad. Probably won't need to fix that up too much. But yeah, I've localized everything, and I'm working on it over time. This is my project. And I should have turned off Steam before I did this. But that being said, no, this is what I'm working on now. After I'm done working on this, I'll probably do an M&T series, but for now, as always, thank you for watching, and because of YouTube rules, like, favorite, subscribe, and fuck YouTube.